Let's talk emotional security in relationships. I'm going to show you what emotional security looks like when you have it, and I'm going to show you statistically what it looks like when you don't. Okay, let's talk about safety. So, these are the emotional needs that most people have in relationships. Feeling safe and protected in a relationship, including emotional security, physical safety, as well as knowing your partner is there for you. That's a part of it. Those are needs that most people have. Then you have trust. Trust is the belief that your partner is reliable, honest, and has your best interests at heart. It creates a sense of emotional safety. Respect. Respect is so important. That is a need for most people. It means that you value each other as individuals and your unique perspectives, as well as your boundaries and your opinion. It involves treating others with courtesy and consideration. Now, let's go on to communication. That is definitely an emotional need. Communication is crucial for resolving conflicts, knowing how to communicate, sharing thoughts, and having the safety to share thoughts and feelings, and understanding each other's needs and desires. That is a fundamental need for a healthy relationship. On to space. Some people need personal space, and you want to respect individualities and their actual personal needs. Now, some of you may be saying, well, what is emotional security? Emotional security and safety are the same thing. It's a relational confidence in which you know and trust that your feelings and needs are as important as the feelings and needs of others. So your mate has to feel like your feelings and needs are the same as their feelings and needs. That's feeling safe. When you know your partner respects your feelings and your needs as a person, whether it's a man or woman. Now, this is what it looks like if you're not in an emotionally safe relationship. So, when emotional safety is lacking in your relationship, one or both parties feel the other dismisses, belittles, ignores, judges, or criticizes you when you try to express your feelings or share different parts of you. Now, I say this all the time that no one's needs or feelings trumps the other person. Both parties' needs and feelings are necessary, right? And they have to be respected. You should be able to communicate properly without any issues or concerns, right? That person should be able to express themselves. You should be able to express yourselves, right? And the needs of both people are important. I can't bring that home enough, right? So safety is important for a lot of women, but also men want to feel emotionally supported and safe as well. So I saw this. Maybe you're not insecure. If you are in a relationship and someone may be calling you insecure, or you feel like you're insecure, whether you're the male or the woman, listen to this. You're in a relationship with, maybe they're not insecure. You're not insecure. You're in a relationship with someone who doesn't create the emotional safety you need to feel secure. That is a big difference. So some may say, well, insecurity has to do with just the person. No, when you're creating an environment and a space together in a relationship, you have to create emotional safety. And I know with women, if you create emotional safety, that woman will give you every single part of her and then some. And same with some men. So I have a podcast called Remixing Relationships. I am the remix coach. I have been life coaching for over 20 years. And one of my focuses, I should say, is creating a space for healthy relationships and doing things differently. Because typically when we're in relationships, we repeat the same patterns, we do things the same way, and everybody that you're in a relationship with, starting with you, as you grow, it is different, right? So I want to create a space and a community where we can talk about relationships and to improve our relationships and get better, because we can all use improvement. And it's not about doing the same things over and over and over again, just different faces, different people. We have to look at ourselves, and we have to really have what we need and want in ourselves and then in the person. I always say settling is for real estate. It's not for relationships, right? So you want to be able to communicate with your partner your needs and your desires, and they should be able to do the same. And you should be able to accept. Everybody is not going to agree, but with kindness and with understanding and repeating it back. So what I heard you say was, because sometimes people hear something totally different, right? And then you're like, well, I'm not emotionally safe, or you're not this, or you're not that. And it's a whole lot of bickering and fighting. But the thing is we can have communication, which is number one in relationships, and learning how to communicate positively and to hear and to repeat to make sure you got it right. Because 9 times out of 10 in relationships and communications, people get it wrong, right? So I want you to be in an environment where you're creating emotional safety, to be vulnerable, to share your feelings, and not be shut down or not be ridiculed or not be called names. That is unhealthy behavior. And we want healthy relationships. So let's learn to do things differently. This is Kendell, Lenice, your fave life coach, a remix coach, remixing relationships.